Hi guys, this is part 2 of my funny observations in bass fishing video series. This time I want to talk a little bit about just calling out your sponsors at the weigh-ins, especially boat sponsors, boat motor sponsors. I just always thought it was hilarious that when I didn't really notice this as much, even though I watched pretty much every weigh-in for Bassmaster, I watched the Opens, the Elite Series, the FLWs, even the lower level FLWs. I mean, it doesn't matter. But mostly, I didn't really notice this until I actually watched the weigh-in live on the Bassmaster Elite Series. I was at the Green Bay event a couple of years ago, and I noticed that every single guy would say the same thing at the, as he was being interviewed. Brandon Palaniuk would come up there and he'd be like, "Man, my Skeeter Yamaha got me to the fish faster than anybody." And then Ish Monroe would go up there and be like, "Man, my Ranger Yamaha got me to the fish faster than anybody." And then Edwin Evers would go up there and he'd go, "My Nitro Mercury got me to the fish faster than anybody." And then Mike Iaconelli would be in there, "Man, my Bass Cat Mercury ran great out, got me to the fish fast." It's just the same thing over and over. But, of course, all kinds of different motors and boats get you to the fish faster than any other ones. Guys, they're all the same. Aaron Martens was bragging about how his Phoenix would run faster than anybody. They all think their boats are the fastest. They all are obviously either getting paid or, getting their boats at deeply discounted costs. So they all, want to sell their product. They want to, pay their people back for giving them the boats. But it's just like if I was trying to buy a boat, if I had no idea what kind of boat I wanted and I was listening to a weigh-in, I'd be first guy up, I'd be running to buy a Skeeter, and then by the next guy I'd be running to buy a Ranger, and then I'd want to buy a Nitro, and then I want to buy a Phoenix, and then I'd want to buy a Bass Cat. And what motor to put on it? Do I put on a Mercury, a Yamaha, an Evinrude? Depends when the last guy I listened to weigh in. Because that's obviously the fastest and the best, and the only one that's going to get you to the fish before everybody else. Especially when there's a half a foot chop on the water, and that Phoenix just runs 74 miles an hour right through that chop. It's like, a Ranger wouldn't do that. A Bass Cat, that Bass Cat would probably sink. So I just always thought that was funny. They all contradict themselves, or each other, I should say. And it's just, it doesn't really matter what kind of, you get whatever boat you want, and fishing is the most important part of bass fishing. It's not the boat. It's just, you just gotta fish.